Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies and another reading. Yes, we're doing the ground and the crown. In other words, what's your foundation and, what is like your crown chakra type of deal? I like to call it the ground and a crown. If you're new here, I just explained it. If you're not, well, you've just heard it for the millionth time. But here we go. It's fine. It's fine. So you had the Four of Swords at the ground and the Shah of Cups, which is the King of Cups. I love this. To me, all of this is calling about a regroup, okay? A session of taking the time to heal, to rest. I mean, look at this, okay? Look at this great pillow back here, right? Who doesn't do that? It's like, this is my space. This is my comfortable spot. I'm surrounded. I'm protected. I'm healing. I'm quiet. I'm resting. Important. Very important when you're working on all these things. You also have the Shah of Cups. Okay, he is also protected. You see him. He is in the opening in the back of a waterfall, just kind of meditative and quiet. I love this energy. This is very healing, very meditative, very into me, I see kind of energy, and I like it. Okay, so this is your ground. This is you might be going in nature. Both of these scenes are outside. Nature is a great healer. Okay, and as your crown, I feel again, it's just the boat shape that's getting me, because I always practice 3 with a triangle. The edge was always me. The 2 sides here were my guides. When I contacted, when I first had my first download, was my 2 guides. And I have my card of guides up here. And then you have this boat in the 6 of Swords going towards the sun, the clarity, success, radiance, enthusiasm, right? But it's in the shape of that triangle. Not only that, if you look deeply, there is a set of wings leading you there. And because they're transparent, I always feel like they're angelic wings, right? So you're definitely being guided by spirit in this journey, in this at this point of your life. They've emphasized quite intensely this week that if you haven't gone through some kind of change or download, you should be preparing for it, or will be having it, okay, shortly. And for some, it may be a real big download, and for some, maybe just something clicking into place. That's what I feel. I feel like something profound is going to make you feel like you understand something. And it's going to take you a minute. You're going to be elated. You're going to be happy. But it's also going to be like, whoa, a lot's going to change here on out. Okay? And that's what I feel. I feel that in your ground, you're going to need to take a moment to let it in, to understand, to heal whatever's, I don't know, your perception of things have been so far. And then with help of spirit, you're going to be able to move on. So we're going to carry on with this idea. Yeah, I remember I was calling in Dad. So you guys don't know this, but it's been a weekend since I've done any readings. So, yeah. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. So Dad, I forgot that Dad was going to be here. Ooh, his energy feels different. Okay, time for a sip of coffee. Daddy-o. Daddy-o, daddy-o. Okay, so Temperance, but it's in reverse. Is this deck in reverse? Yeah, the deck is in reverse, I think. Okay, so, okay, we'll put it upright. He's actually the one who told me. Okay, upright. So, of course, this is to keep you in balance. This is talking about the pauses, the healings, everything that you need to do to get you back into well, into action, right? Into moving forward. You need these pauses. All I keep thinking since I look at these cards is the pauses in music. I keep talking about that. It would be just a straight tone otherwise. You need the ebb and flow, the pauses, the notes, everything to make the melody. So consider this the same thing. You get a download, very action-packed, very, soul-enriching, but you need sometimes to take a pause to take it in. It's all action and also passiveness, if you want to call it, but there's always work happening. So I don't ever feel that it's a complete stop. It isn't. It's just varying levels of activity, I guess you would call it. You're actively trying to process things, but this is more of a laid back relax, okay, rather than get on the ship and row it to shore. So just remember that. Yeah. Okay, so what he's saying as well is that the resources come from what you lose, which is, this doesn't make any, but I think it's when you gain something. Oh yeah, okay, I understand that. Sorry you guys, I have to get back into the thing. Their energy is very different than my guide's energy. And you will know this. If you speak to people who have passed, you realize they kind of carry their own, I don't know, it's like their own frequencies. And they feel very different in the way that they communicate. So, anyway, he's saying resources from something you've lost. And what he's talking about, what you're losing, is the stuff, the resentment, okay? He's talking about our personal relationship. When I got the download and realized that he had a soul contract with me, that we shook hands and I said, yes, you're going to antagonize me. When I came back, I had to lose that sense of, I hate you, you've made my life a living hell, I can't stand you, because I had to take responsibility. So when I saw that, that was the first part, and I really had to rest on that. And then I had to meditate and see what kind of resources that gave me. So it's putting yourself back into balance. And that's what he's talking about. Whatever you're looking at, that you're now looking at in a different way, it's time to understand what was lost. And if, it was probably worth it. Especially if it's all these low vibing energies. Absolutely, it's wonderful. And then you carry on, right? You move past this. So what do you think of the Six of Swords, about moving on for the crown chakra? What else? Is that still balance as well? Is that what you might bring in? Let's see. By the way, for those of you who are new, this is my dad's deck. Yeah. This is about resolving conflicts. This is about resolving conflicts, coming up with solutions to things. Because the Five of Wands, you see people, but it is the card of brainstorming and having problems to solve. Okay? Tests to solve. Resolving communication problems. And I find that sometimes when we stay in the mood of, I don't like you, I can't stand you, you did this to me, and all of this stuff, you sometimes stand in that communication or that conflict. And this is saying, will help you move on, right? And move on from that. It'll help you get clarity and understand exactly what was happening and why, okay? So, thanks, Dad. I'm also still asleep here, so I woke up tired, you guys. I just, it's because of these cards. I always feel what's coming in the readings, and I guess some of you are like super tired. I mean, I literally slept like 10 hours, and I'm still like, I feel like I could sleep another 10. So I'm going to ask Liam and Mona to give me a little bit more energy here, because when you read, you kind of start feeling, lead me out of here now that I understand what's going on. Okay, Page of Swords. Right. It's, the Page of Swords in reverse is perfect. I talked about this a couple weeks ago, actually, so it makes a lot of sense. If you look at my lives a couple weeks ago, one of the messages was definitely the Page of Swords. It was getting past, what was it, the blessings, I think it was called. Yeah. It was making blessings back into blessings. And I feel that that's what this is. This is talking about this. This is you realizing that the obstacles in your life are actually blessings, and to treat them as such. Okay, you're here, you're alive, you're in this moment. Yes, you may be going through a rough time. Yes, maybe people have been making you go through rough times. But to tell yourself that, you know, these are blocks and impossibilities and you're never going to be able to, that's a lie. So you're leading yourself out of that lie into something more, dare say, constructive, and also building a new reality. Okay? I feel I've been told at one point that it was delusional, that that I was trying to what was it? I was trying to soften the blow of reality. Okay, in other words, like somebody actually hurt me, and then I didn't want to believe it, so I made it into calling it, you know, an obstacle or something that I had to, you know, overcome in the wisdom and the lessons, when it was just somebody being a complete ass. And you know what? First of all, I'm not going to deny that when somebody hurts you, they actually hurt you. It does. It hurts. I don't want you to say, oh, and life has a purpose, when somebody's being a complete douche. Okay? Absolutely. If they're being a douche, they're being a douche. They hurt you, they hurt you. Did my father hurt me? Absolutely. What I'm saying is, was there a point to it? Yes, there should always be a point to everything in your life. Okay? If you let people constantly hurt you and you learn nothing from it, that's just sad. That's the sad part. That's the part that would make me cry constantly. Okay? More than the actual events. Because that means you're stuck. You're not doing anything. Nothing is moving forward. So, am I taking that, flipping this on its head and created a whole new reality with it? Absolutely. This man taught me, my father right here, he taught me, okay, how to not be like him. He taught me that the stuff he did got nobody anywhere fast. Where he was mean, I learned kindness. I have to thank him for that. Where he was a dictator, I learned understanding. That was a big one for me, because as a 5, as a Hierophant, I needed to learn that lesson. Because I could have become somebody. The picture is the Pope. Runs the world, right? Type of thing. Yeah. There's always like a culminating reason for everything. Is that delusional on my part? People are allowed to believe what they want. But I would much rather live in a world where everything has a meaning and a purpose. Okay? It's not about wearing rose-colored glasses. It's about getting the most out of everything. It's about understanding that sometimes there's more than the sum of what you are seeing. Okay? So let's see what that has to say here. Yes. Okay. I actually had to shut off the camera because my SD card was running out of room. There you go. So it's right there. It's right there. Okay? Alienating yourself. Taking yourself out of it. It's the 5 of Pentacles. It's suffering. It's unneeded suffering. Why? Because you have pigeonholed the experience to fit just one thing, right? That person's being mean to me. Either I deserved it, or you let it fester, let it make you feel less than you are. You don't search out any other meaning to it except that they're mean and you're not learning anything from it, and then you fester with that. So what happens is that you start running out of room, because there's no room when you're carrying that much negativity in your body. That's just the way it is. Okay? So just like the SD card, you run out of room. It's that Page of Swords running around telling you all kinds of lies, all kinds of negative energy, and there's no room for expansion. No room for expansion until you kick out some of that crap. Until you delete some of that. Get rid of it. Say, okay, I don't need this anymore. Okay, there's room now. You don't have to alienate. You don't have to feel abandoned. You can actually put yourself out there and let yourself expand. And that's what he's saying. All right, my beautiful Pisces, let's continue on. So it is a combination with the World card. Combination is like all of this is working to get you to where you need to go, right? So that it can culminate to something, so that you can accomplish something. You can get somewhere and not stagnate. Caring connections. Okay, so all I heard is caring connections to get you on your way. Instead of seeing everything as such a way of just like, coming in to make your life a living hell, see them as connections that come in to teach you something, okay? Again, we're still using my father as an example. He was an antagonist, very hard for me. But then I realized some point after his passing that before we came here, we had decided that he would be that antagonist, okay? And imagine somebody who loves you, Pisces, who says, before this lifetime ever began, yes, I will come and make your life a living hell because you asked me to. Imagine that person saying, I really don't want to do it. You know that it's going to make you feel awful. And you insist, you tell this person, look, I'm here to learn. This is a school. And somebody's got to be the bad guy. And that needs to be you. Okay? So when you see it that way, you suddenly see these people who have been sometimes the bane of your existence as something more. Okay? As a connection that came, caring on your journey, about your journey, okay? So it's a caring connection to help you in your journey. And 2, High Priestess, again, that's a spiritual link, okay? We're not talking about this little 3D world of physicality where we're petty and hurt each other. There's a higher calling. There's a higher thing going on. There's a much bigger picture, sometimes that we don't know anything about, until our vibration rises high enough that Spirit decides it's time to let him know. It's time to let him in on what's actually going on. And I feel that a lot of you have had that door open, like, hey, look at this. This is how this is going on. They are asking me to share it through my experience with my father, okay? Yours will look different. Yours will look like your own. It may not come through meditation. It may just be something in your brain right now is going, whoa. I have antagonists who are still living. They're no longer in my life. I'm grateful for that because being around them was very hard. And even for me to explain this to them, they would probably not even understand, okay? But I understand that they were part of that 5 of Pentacles energy that I was feeling, okay? I'm a 5. 5 of Pentacles has to deal with abandonment and isolation And these people made me feel isolated and abandoned, called themselves under the banner of friends, but were terrible at it. And I let them. And it taught me a lot. I've even written in gratitude papers, thank you. Thank you for being part of my journey, okay? And if I ever meet them, I may not explain it to them, but I may say to them, thank you for being part of my journey, okay? So, now is your time to shine. That's the one part that Dad is saying. Right now, with the Queen of Wands, it's your time to shine. It's your time to find your vibrant self, your inspiration, your creativity, and your confidence. Finding out these things as well will help you, right? Where you felt small or sad or kept down or isolated, you will now feel that everything was working to strengthen you, to make you brave, to give you wisdom, okay? To make you brilliant and vibrant. So it's time to celebrate this very important time in your life, this accomplishment, this kind of result, okay? It's time to celebrate it. This is teamwork. This is things in your life coming in to teach you something. Now when things feel wrong, I go, woo, the incoming lesson, incoming wisdom. What is this? What do I have to find out? You become somebody who is up to the challenge, who looks at all these check marks, these little checkpoints, not check marks. So, well, check marks is good too. Checkpoints in life and going, I'm learning something here. What is it I gotta do? What about this connection is going to care for me? Okay? Is going to take care of me. What is trying to come in as care for me on my journey? Okay? I'm telling you guys, when you start thinking in different ways, I'm not saying you'll never have a bad day. Oh, heck, that would be complete BS. Complete BS. Okay? Bad days are going to come and go. But when your mind isn't working against you, and your soul connection is strong, and you understand things for what they represent as an opportunity for learning, you start changing. Things start being different. Right. Flexible. Okay, love 19. 10. Flexible, 19, Sun, 10, Wheel of Fortune, clarity, success, cycles. They start getting easier, and you start being able to see them as such. You're going like, yeah, I'm good here. I'm flexible. I'm, pushing through all of this. This is good. Absolutely. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? It's a Two of Pentacles. Flexible, adaptable. So Dad agrees. Okay? It's a great card. Doesn't need much more, how would you call it? Validation or confirmation or explanation. Explanation. Coffee time. You know what else is really cool? Is having now his help doing readings. Something that I'm passionate about helping people. Wonderful. It's wonderful to have this help. Even if he makes me a little dizzy. Not used to his energy. Okay, so flexibility. Yes. It makes you awfully flexible. Thank you, Dad, for confirming explanation. You adapt. You adapt to things quickly, faster, better. Oh, and imagine. I love this. 1920. There's a nice continuity with the cards. What is it in your life you can imagine now? Because look, when you do all of this work, it's groundbreaking. Not only is it groundbreaking, it's immensely clearing. It's healing. You're going to heal from a lot of things going forward now. But every time you make a little more room, there's going to be room for a new perception. You can start imagining the life you want, knowing that you can have it, knowing that everything was just, work for you to do. What kind of life can you imagine for yourself, Pisces? What can you see for yourself? Yeah, he's bringing the Justice card, but again, I feel that it's that too. It's that weighing, right? It's finally, what can you see? This card to me is like fair, fairness, balance. You're finally being fair with yourself. You're finally balancing yourself out. So what's happening? You got 2 and 2. It's like you're balancing things out. You're understanding. Everything happens for a reason, okay? And it doesn't have to be all bad all the time. It can feel bad going in and you're going, okay, I know there's something here to learn. But as soon as you're done with that part, you can go, all right, so let's dig deeper, okay? Sometimes it helps me to imagine myself in a spiritual class and going, all right, let's unpack this and see what's going on, right? Having a conversation with them. And you have so many resources. For me, I'm lucky. I have Hashu, I have William, I have all of my ancestors, the people that have passed that I go and ask. I even do spiritual writing with Mr. Dyer. I did it last night. It was amazing. Of course, he's not very helpful. Maybe one day I'll go into a member's video with that. He's very funny. But just, you can tap in to all that energy as soon as they are in spirit, okay? I always think every time somebody passes now, it's the weirdest thing. I get very sad, but then immediately think, ooh, my team just got bigger. It's the strangest thing. I have more people on the other side. Yes. More forces to be reckoned with, more spiritual energy, more help. Okay? They've gone home. They've gone, to that place where we all come from. And because my vibration is higher, I can tap into them. It's wonderful to have a key. I think that this week is about you getting that key as well. If you feel like that key has been eluding you a little bit, this is a great way to get closer to that key. Okay, so let's pull some more cards here. Pisces. It's turning lemons into lemonade, Pisces. It is. It's turning lemons into lemonade. Okay, so this is message from Spirit. Oh, yeah. Take a moment. But we've been talking about all of that here. I love the fact that in comes, especially near her crown, in comes the butterflies. And it's the white butterflies. It's like that spiritual transformation. Stop. Now is not the time to rush into the decision you're about to make before this important decision is made. Take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. I just feel that I love the way the bell kind of ding dong, This card right now, the way I'm feeling it, is that for some of you who are bucking this idea, okay? And it's not to be, look, I'm not invalidating your feelings. Absolutely not. Having dealt with some very nasty people in my life. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. And when I think about it, I was saying, why would it happen at the worst time of my life? Okay? Stories coming in. My adoptive mother left my father for 8 months. Of course she would, right? He was insufferable. Thought for sure it was the last we'd ever see of her. But she left, and it kind of brought me into the worst time of my life. I remember getting into a bus and two girls that had been just okay girls, like no, not bad or anything, just, unknown in my town, my little town that I lived in, decided to use me as I don't know, they wanted to antagonize me on this bus. One would sit in the front seat, the other would sit in the back, and they'd say the worst things, like bullying to the nth degree. And all through this time, I kept saying, why? What have I ever done to these girls? I never did anything to them. And I was just trying to hold my own and be strong. I felt like I was going through boot camp. Like, how do I survive this? I'm a one, like, I only have one parent. And now these kids are like, treating me like I'm garbage. And it would be like the decent people in a town suddenly become like the biggest bullies. It was the strangest thing. It was the strangest thing. But now I look back, and they've even apologized. Like, guys, they have apologized. These girls later on went, I don't know why we ever did that. It's almost like they had it, and even in their face, the way they said, I don't even know why we made us do that. It was almost like they had been incited to be bullies for that moment in time, and they regretted it. They were repented, they were trying to repent, and I thought that was the weirdest thing. But through that, I became so strong, so strong. And in your life, there's times that are designated for you to just be so resilient. And I don't know, you guys. I've just faced so much of this, so much of being isolated, but I succeeded. It's almost like it's going to give you your greatest success. This makes you strong enough to succeed, strong enough to have the thick skin, okay? Maybe even that with this, to have people come in here and, leave comments like, oh, you're no good. And it's like, I've been bullied by the best. You have nothing on them. This has been that, right? This helped me develop the skin that I needed to survive. I survived words, bullying words. They're just words. I don't care. That's what I would tell myself. Your mouth's moving doesn't mean I need to listen. And it gave me tools to get past all of that, okay? It gives you the success. It makes you the role model that will help other people, okay? But now you stop, you take a moment, you start looking at these things, you start understanding what happened, okay? And this is the guidance, right? This is the stuff. This is the stuff that you want to come forward. What did I learn from that? Instead of feeling the pain, I now understand, wow, yeah, I was resilient. I took it for months and said, I'm okay, right? Okay, it says vulnerability, right? This is confirmation that you're seeking to thread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. Right. Right. Okay? This might be it. Because you're afraid that maybe something or someone will end up bullying or taking advantage of you. But remember, you already have the tools to get through this. You already know how to get by this. Okay? This is nothing new for you. Absolutely not. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going, Pisces. Surrender to your soul's path. I love this. So, your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. There we go again. There it is. Look, I pulled a rabbit out of my hat. How the hell did I do that? There you go. Okay? This has been all about this. Okay? Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth by you and others who have been wanted to help you in your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Every lesson. Okay? And by the way, I love those girls. I didn't hold it against them. It was weird. It even felt weird while it was happening. Maybe it was hormones. I have no idea. But they did apologize. They were decent people. I never understood. But if I'd see them today, I would thank them. Look. Look. Years later, there was a huge car accident where her sister's fiance, and her father got killed. And I remember going to the funeral. And I remember her eyes, how grateful she was. It's a terrible thing to happen. It's a terrible thing to happen. I haven't seen her in such a long time. I wonder how she's doing. I hope she's doing well. I hope she took every opportunity in her life. 9 of Coins. Okay. So this is the Work Hard card. Okay. This is the Sufi Tarot. Beautiful deck. Look at this. This is like, look at the abundance. Absolutely. That's what you're working on. All of this stuff that you feel has been keeping you down has actually been growing your garden. Okay? For every bug that comes in and tries to ruin your crop, you're trying to figure out a solution. And when you do, you get rewarded. It's the same thing here. It doesn't end because you do it a different way. Okay? Let me see here. What does that have to say? Yeah! Solutions to problems, right? This is the Five of Wands. Again, it keeps coming out. The reason that you're put in here is to brainstorm, to find solutions. When it feels bad, you're getting a new tool. Think about it this way. Something feels bad, you're getting a new tool. Somebody's been an antagonist. They were there to provide you with tools. A whole bunch of tools. Okay? Look at these people that way. And then you're going to be able to move into spirit. This is a spirit thing. Most certainly. It's a life path journey thing. Absolutely. Okay? And you know what else happens here? You become the most brave, the most courageous, the most led to go on your path person ever, Pisces. You do. Because you have that strength, that courage, and you have, where people have fear, you have knowledge. Okay? You have, there you go. You have resources, and you have a way of harmony, the Two of Hearts. You have resources, the King of Pentacles, and you have harmony coming in. Absolutely. All right, so let's take from the Everyday Tarot. I didn't take any from this deck. Let's grab a couple of cards here. And we will call it a reading tomorrow. We're going to look at before and after. What came in, what's coming in. The Four, again. The Four of Wands coming in. And the Queen of Wands, we've had her before. So you have the Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. Time for you to shine. It's time for you to shine, Pisces. Okay? Celebrate the checkpoints. Everything. Everything. Okay? Celebrate. What did I get out of that? Go find it. Okay? Heal it. Heal the pain by understanding what you got from it. Forgive the people who did it, because maybe they did have a grand plan of helping you on your journey. Thank you. Thank you for helping me understand. You ever hear these people who had great successes and they went, my fourth grade teacher told me that I would never, ever, ever amount to anything. And look, I'm a billionaire and I did this. And I'd like to thank that fourth grade teacher. Absolutely. Absolutely. 99.9% chance that this person was exactly put there to say those exact words that would touch your inner core to incite you to go on a different path. Absolutely. We should be grateful for these people. They have lit the fire underneath our butts to actually make us better. Thank you. Awesome. I am now a person who has made it. Now, a lot of the times these people say that, and they say it in your face, but I want you guys to do one more, to actually mean it. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of my path that made me strive for more and make me do more. Anyway, I'm going to let you go with this, Pisces. It's been long enough. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings. Thank you to everybody who has booked readings, who has gone to the website and actually joined my website. There's more to come. I know I've been saying that for a while, but there is. This year is the year of 8, so I'm going to be putting out more, and it's going to show up somewhere. So being part of my website is a surefire way of hearing about it. Thank you to everybody who has donated. Oh my God, some of your super chats and saying thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody who comes to the lives and donates for questions, thank you so much. People who are members on my channel, thank you again. I have all of these things because every little bit helps, okay? Every little bit. And money is not evil. It's necessary right now. So, yeah, I'm okay with it. Thank you to everybody who has helped. I will let you go for now, and tomorrow I'm back. I'm back with the before and after. I hope I see you there. Love, light, and blessings, Pisces. Bye for now.